In today's video, I'll be talking about the top 10 hardest things to obtain in Blox Fruits. There are some extremely rare and hard to get titles, rare event accessories, insanely hard quests to get swords, and fighting styles which take lots and lots of grinding. So after watching this video, make sure to let me know in the comments below how many of these items do you have in Blox Fruits. Okay, so starting the video off at number 10, we have the Soul Guitar. In order to get this gun, you guys will have to be at least level 2300, and then after that you can participate in the Soul Guitar puzzle, in which you guys will have to do 6 different tasks which are actually quite confusing, so you might need to watch a YouTube video for that. And even after completing the puzzle, you are not done. You still have to pay a bunch of different materials which are very annoying to get, and after that you can finally get the Soul Guitar. But to be honest, nowadays almost everybody has Soul Guitar, so it's not that rare, but it is indeed very hard to get. Moving on into number 9, we have the God-Human fighting style. A lot of you guys would not expect God-Human to be on this list, but I just have to put it because it is so hard to get. Well, basically there is one simple requirement if you want to get this fighting style, and that is to have 400 mastery on almost every single freaking fighting style. 400 mastery does not seem a lot, but if you consider every single fighting style, it becomes a lot, and it basically takes you a lot of time to get this fighting style. And keep in mind, there are a lot of people who do not have 2x mastery game pass, which makes this twice as difficult. So yes, it's one of the most grindiest things to obtain in the game. So with that being said, I think let's move on into the next item. Next up on the list at number 8, we have the Kitsun Mask. This accessory is actually pretty difficult to get since the odds of you obtaining it are very slim. Well, I'll make it simple to understand. First of all, if you want to get this accessory, you guys will have to summon a Kitsun Island. Anyways, the Kitsun Island is a sea event, and if you want to summon this sea event, first of all, you will have to go to the Sea Danger level 6. You know this number right here? It has to be 6. Then what you have to do is basically wait for a full moon. And if you have done this correctly, for example, you are in the Sea Danger level 6 and then the full moon appears, there will be a Kitsun Island spawned right in front of you. You can go talk to the Kitsun Shrine and spin for a random reward. And in this reward, you guys can get yourself the Kitsun Mask. But I think to get this, it's like a 10% chance or a 5% chance. And surprisingly, your boy does not have the Kitsun Mask, which is, you know, pretty fair. Okay, now moving on into number 7, we have the Sanguine Art fighting style. Yes, this is actually going to be on this list as well. Well, first of all, if you guys want to get this fighting style, you will need at least 2 to 3 other people which will help you guys get this. Secondly, you guys will need all these materials. And you know, the dark fragments and the Leviathan heart, yeah, these are not easy to get. First of all, let's talk about the dark fragments. You will have to go back to 2nd Sea and defeat the Dark Beard, and you have a 100% chance of getting the dark fragment from him, which is actually pretty good. But to spawn him, it's a long job and you can just go visit the wiki for that. But other than that, we still have to get one more item which is very tedious to get, the Leviathan heart. For this, you will have to defeat the most strongest boss in the game, the Leviathan boss. And I'm not going to be explaining the whole method of how you summon the Leviathan, go defeat him, but since I'm a very good guy, I will help you guys get it. So basically, join my Discord server or the Blox Fruits Discord server. In there, you guys can go to the Sea Events tab right here, and you guys can easily find other people who are trying to get the Leviathan heart. And after that, you can simply get yourself the Sanguine Art. So yes, I will be actually very shocked if somebody said that they have everything in this video. So yes, I think it's time for us to move on into the next item. Okay, so at number 6, we have the Dark Dagger. Yes, I did not forget the Dark Dagger. Well, to obtain this sword, it's pretty simple. You just simply have to defeat the Rip Indra boss and you guys can get the Dark Dagger. But it is extremely rare. I think it has like a 5% chance or maybe a 2.5% chance. So yeah, good luck on that one. But in case if you guys are not familiar with the Rip Indra boss, to summon him you guys will have to get a God's Chalice, which is not that easy to get. It will at least take you 1 or 2 hours of searching around. And I'm not gonna be explaining how you can get it, so please just Google or watch a YouTube video. But still, after all this tedious grinding and summoning the Rip Indra boss, you will still have only 2.5% or 5% chance of getting this drop. Okay, so at number 5 we have the True Triple Katana. Yes, True Triple Katana is definitely one of the most difficult items to get in the game. So how do you obtain this sword? Basically, you need 3 legendary swords: Shisui, Sadi, and Wondo. But to get these legendary swords, yeah, it's a little bit confusing and very long grinding. Well, basically, it's all about this NPC, the legendary sword dealer. But to completely understand this NPC, I would highly recommend you guys to check out the Blox Roots wiki, because it explains it very simply and also tells you everything you need to know. And after that, you can simply go ahead and buy the True Triple Katana. Yes, you can finally get yourself this mythical sword. So yeah, I think it's time for us to move on into the next item. Next up at number 4, we have event accessories. Yes, I did not forget these. Basically, in simpler terms, these accessories are known as the seasonal accessories. Blox Roots does some seasonal events. For example, when there is Christmas, you guys will get the elf hat and the Santa hat, and you guys can purchase these accessories by grinding candies. And to be honest, it's actually pretty tedious for the people who are already max level. They never go back to grinding and get candies for these stupid little accessories, but they are actually pretty strong and actually pretty rare as well. So yeah, with that being said, I definitely have to mention event accessories. If you have a decent amount of these, you definitely have a pretty rare collection of accessories. But yeah, I think let's move on into the next item. At number 3, we have the Kitsun Fruit. A lot of you guys will be shocked by this, since this is not actually an item but it's a fruit. But let me just explain. Well, basically, if you want to get this fruit, you have 3 different options. The first option is that you can buy it from the stock, but that is obviously very unlikely since Kitsun is never in stock. The second option is that you can roll it by the random fruit dealer. It's not impossible, but the odds of you getting it are quite slim. And then lastly, remember the Kitsun Island and the Kitsun Shrine? There is actually a 1% chance of you getting the Kitsune fruit from that event. Yes, you can actually get it from there as well. So I don't know about you guys, but to me, getting the Kitsun fruits is actually really difficult. And you know, trading for it at least takes you a week or 2 as well, which is obviously a lot of time. So for that reason, I have to rank this at number 3. Now simply at number 2, we have the Race V4. Yes, a lot of you guys would have expected this as well. Yes, Race V4 is the most stupidest, time-taking and confusing thing to get in Blox Fruits. Trust me on this one. I know a lot of you guys will have Race V4 by now, but for the people who still don't have it, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult thing for you to get. And there is no way I am explaining how you get it in this video. It's going to be just a huge mess, but I will highly recommend you guys to use Discord for this. Go into Discord, go into Race Trial Callouts. In this, you guys can find other people who are also awakening their race, so you can easily get Race V4. Well, by easily, I mean get it under 2 to 3 days, and you can then max it out. So with that being said, I will have to put this at number 2. So now, the moment you all have been waiting for. What could be at number 1? And the hardest item to get in Blox Fruits is titles. Yes, titles are the hardest things to obtain in Blox Fruits. And you know, I'm not just talking about the common titles or you know, the ones which are like a little bit rare. I'm talking about the rare. You know, the titles which only like 100 people have in the entire game. There are some easy titles to obtain, for example, just like all these ones which you can just simply get by awakening your fruit. That's super easy. Then there are some titles which only a couple of people have in this game. For example, the YouTuber title. You guys have to be a Blox Fruit YouTuber in a good standing, which means you have to have a decent amount of subscribers, get decent amounts of views, and also be respected by the communities. So you don't just scam other people. There are some titles which are beyond the YouTuber title. For example, the El Crazy Editor. For this, you guys have to defeat Zeoles, which is, an admin. And if you have seen his videos, you guys would know that getting this title is insanely difficult. But of course, it doesn't stop there. There is also a title known as Equal to Heavens, which you can also get by defeating a Blox Fruit's staff member. And of course, I'm not going to be stopping there. There's one last title I want to talk about. The Pirate King. Well, basically, to make it simple to understand, you just have to join a crew in which everybody has 30 million bounty, and the crew is full, and if you stay in that crew for 72 hours, you will definitely get the Pirate King title. So yeah, I think only like a couple hundred people would have that title, and it's not easy to get. So with that being said, I think this is the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below how many of these items do you have in Blox Fruits, because I'm actually pretty interested. For me, I only have 6 items out of 10 in this list. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. So with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.